Gathered friends, tune in again to another video on the Bionicle. Today we're going to be taking a look at my slight redesign for the Baraki warlord KALMAH. KALMAH? KALMAH? The Triclops. And my first Baraki, of which I actually got two. I forget who got me it for one thing or another. I know they got it for either my birthday or maybe Christmas or something. I don't remember. Either way, I wasn't complaining. But yes, this is my redesign for a section of my Bionicle series that I'm going to call The Revenge of the Three Kingdoms. And for that, I decided that I wanted to give him arm him up a bit more, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Little note that I would add is that in my series, the waters that they're in are not mutagenic. They don't cause them to mutate, but instead they in fact are they, instead of having the waters be what mutate them, I essentially made it to where they've literally been down there for so long that they mutated into sea creatures just from how long they were down there and just slowly turned into these. Keep hearing noises, people upstairs and whatnot. One second. There we go. But yes, the first thing I did is I made him a nice shield. So because for when him and the other Baraki return and go to war. And then I also gave him a nice spear here, which is what I kind of interpreted his tentacles as. Now, I would have just had him keep his tentacles, but I have not even the slightest idea of where the hell they could be, which really sucks, because like I said, I got two of these motherfuckers, which means I had 4 tentacles at one point, which I did have used. But yeah, it really kind of bummed me out. I remember I'm like, I had 4 tentacles, and I wouldn't be able to tell you where even one of them was. But yeah, and the shield, I kind of for both the shield and the spear, my thought process was kind of that they were just made out of like whatever parts had like drifted down to the bottom of the pit, and they just slowly had to put everything together and sort of make these makeshift weapons out of, like I said, just parts and shells for things that came apart. Funny story. Whenever I was rebuilding him again, I actually had forgotten that he was supposed to have these as shoulder pads. But I'd actually came to my own conclusion that would just a thing that would look cool, only to look at the original pictures of them and realize, oh, that's where they're supposed to go. That was a fun story. And speaking of stories, just a little, because I told some stories in a few of my other ones, I'm gonna just give you guys a childhood story. Just it's not it's not particularly it is I'm just gonna tell it. Fuck it. So when I was a kid, I don't remember if I had forgotten him there or they just had him for me. But I remember as a kid, we went to pick up my dad from his then girlfriend's house, who was my stepmom at the time. And I remember getting there, and she had brought out this guy who I completely forgot. I didn't even know they had. And then they're like, "Here, I kept him for you. I even kept him by the window when it rained, so that he had his water." And I just thought that was sweet and nice. Yeah, I thought that'd be just a neat, cute little childhood story. But yeah, and like with like with all my Bionicles, I remember very fondly just having this guy in the pool, in like in swimming pools, the occasional beach, mostly just swimming pools though. Actually, mostly it was like said in my Toa Joller video, I had a big like tub or tote bin that I filled with water and would play in, and I remember it was just beautiful. It was always the harbinger of summer. If you are an American Dad fan, you know what that is. And I am an American Dad fan. But yes, this was my quick little review for The Revenge of Three Kingdoms. Kal Kalmar, and I just figured out it's supposed to be for calamari. I never knew his name. I didn't really know his name as a kid. I think I just made up a name for him when I was a kid. I also did not know that they were warlords as a kid. Um, I thought they were just more creatures that happened to be from the deep ocean for Toa to fight. I had no idea that these guys were warlords, which the fact that they are mutated warlords who were locked away at the bottom of the ocean just made it so much cooler when I found out. And yeah, like I said in my series, because I always interpreted it as um as that they essentially were down there so long that they were literally mutated instead of the waters being mutagenic. I'm like, I think that would be a little bit more interesting, and would make them a bit more aggressive and erratic. And I used these ones, which seem to have stress marks. I cannot tell you of what stress marks they are from. Probably from, I don't even know, because I never really like squeezed these as a kid, so I have no idea why these ones have a bunch of stress marks. But but I saw it and I'm like, it could go with the whole mutant thing, that it's caused some discoloration in his arms and legs. Like I said, I really like the fact that they are former warlords who just were turned into these mutants and became literally just Davy Jones' crew from Pirates of the Caribbean. Just literally just like that. That's how I interpreted it. And yeah, that is my design for Revenge of Three Kingdoms, Kalmar. And I will see you guys next time.